freshman sociology, Arden Walker, sophomore sociology. Attendance, 53,972, sixth largest in Folsom history, largest crowd in 19 years. Thank you, fans. I love you to life. Shador broke 3 school records on Saturday, highest completion percentage for both minimum 30 and 40 attempts. Most consecutive completions in a game, 16. I had no idea that. LaJonte Travis became the 7th CU player to catch a TD pass in 5 straight games, 7 touchdowns, 26 receptions, highest percentage of touchdowns, receptions in 69 years at CU. Wow. CU is one of the 2 schools nationally with multiple receivers with 6 or more TDs. Awesome. Sacks, the Buffs had 9 sacks in the last 2 games after having 5 in the first 4. B.J. Green got his first 2 sacks Saturday against K-State. Awesome. Tajay McCoy had 3 sacks in the last 2 games. Defense giving up 7 points of turnovers this season on 6 turnovers. CU ranks 7th nationally and the 1st in Big 12 in red zone defense. Injury, Travis should play for certain on Saturday. Jimmy as well. Timmons, Marion, those 2 guys are probably out, and Will Shepard should play as well. Great game. Came out on the short end. We did not play indicative of who we are. We didn't stop the run. It is what it was. Move on. Let's flip the page. Let's get ready. Let's focus. Had a good week, a good day of preparation today. Had a great practice. The guys flew around, got to it. Defense was truly physical today. It was a great day of practice. I love to start off the week in that manner. Let's go.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Excellent.
Nikki Edwards, CU Sports Report. After coming off such a close game against Kansas State, what is the message this week? What's the focus this week to get ready for Arizona?
Accountability. Everyone must take accountability in their efforts, their preparation, the habits that we incurred in the game, the things that we didn't do well at, to really hold yourself accountable to those things. Let's see you put it in to work today, the weight room, film room, training room to get healthy, and ultimately out on the field so we can improve the areas of concern. So the guys took it upon themselves, and they came out there with certainly a different attitude. Sometimes you get intoxicated a little bit with winning and start thinking that you're really like that. And this Saturday was a wake-up call for a multitude of us.
Hey, Coach, I noticed on the well-off video yesterday, you talked about how maybe there's some new standards for guys who will and won't practice day after games.
Yeah.
Did I read that into that correctly? And could you maybe explain your thinking behind that?
When you're coaching, you're always trying to up the level. You're always trying to take your team to the next level, take your business to the next level, take your life, your relationships, anything to the next level. And when you step out of it for a moment and you think about it, you say, okay, I know I'm trying to take care of the guys that play 60% of the snaps and give them a day rest, and you try to really develop some of the other guys that didn't get the opportunity to play. That's the whole thought process. But if you give up several sacks and you see the guys over there, what does that say to the team? What does that say for the teammates? You got to really think about all those things. If we giving up deep balls and you over there chilling, and you just, your teammates looking at you like, hey, shoot, why you ain't out there? You need to be working on your game. Same thing with the giving up 200 yards rushing, over 200 yards rushing. Every linebacker should want to practice that day. So that's the thought process, just challenging these guys to work on their craft, work on their game, to take it to the next level if they want to be pros. If you don't, I understand. But when you came in, you said you do, we're going to hold you accountable to that. That's the thought process behind it.
Hi, Coach. Adam Munster, Tiger 24/7
Pleasure.
Sports. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned Omari Miller's not going to play on Saturday.
Right.
What's your message for him? Is there a chance he might be able to come back at
I
some
don't
point this
know.
season?
I really don't know. I think he had surgery yesterday. So I don't think he'll be back this season. I mean, our message is for him is to get yourself together when it's time to rehabilitate yourself and get in the right frame of mind so you could come out bigger, stronger, and faster and better. Because the kid is, I would say, fifth man. That's one of the best fifth men in the country. If he's our 5th receiver, which we don't say that, but he's one of the best in the nation to me. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him for just staying focused, knowing he wasn't a starter, but he had the ability to start. But when he came in, he gave you everything he had. Proud of him.
Hey, good morning, Coach. How you
Yes,
doing?
sir. Good.
Good. Mike Lamonte, FI360 News. So, question: being that you're probably one of the most popular people on the planet,
I don't know about that. It's
you,
arguable.
you and the former president, how does your faith help you navigate life, being a leader
Well,
of
faith is
men?
everything to me because I don't flinch.
Yeah.
I trust God, not man. You know, when we win, you guys write good things. When we lose, you tell the truth and you write bad things. So it's the same thing with our young men, same thing with our kids. You blow them up, then you blow them down. You know, you build them up to tear them down. So I don't flinch. I try to rock steady because I trust God and not man or woman. So I'm thankful and appreciative to have the relationship I have with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I've been down before, but, you know, and oftentimes when we testify, we don't testify about everything. We testify about the things we just want you to know about, not the depth of where God brought me from, not the thought process that what I really wanted to do, I didn't actually do it, and he brought me from that. We don't testify about that because we don't want you to know who we really are. So we keep on this mascara, sort of bit. Good question, though.
Hey, Coach. Brian
How you
Howell from
doing?
Daily Camera. I have two questions for you. First off, just Arizona. It's a familiar foe you guys saw
Yeah.
last year. What do you see out of them this year?
Arizona's I say this every week, but I'm not lying. It's a well-coached team. These got a great quarterback, I feel. One of the best receivers in the nation, if not the best, arguably. This kid is certainly a pro. Let's start right there. You got to deal with those two. Quarterback can make all the throws. He doesn't look to run, but he can run. But he has tremendous escapability. They got running game, and they can move the ball. They can move the ball up and down the field. Defensively, they got some big guys in the middle. They're stout versus the run somewhat. I'm not going to say they're vulnerable on the pass. Everybody seems like they're vulnerable to what we have out there at receiver. But these guys play complementary defense, and they get after it, man. They get to the ball. They're relentless. They attack the predators on the field. They get to the ball, and they make plays. So it's going to be a tremendous task.
Just to follow up, you mentioned McMillan, the receiver. He's obviously one of the best in the country.
Yes.
Yeah, as a corner, how much did you get kind of amped up when you were going against like the elite receivers? And
That was my life.
yeah.
I didn't have to get amped up. That was my life.
So did you get like when you, going against Jerry Rice, things like that?
That
did you
was
get
my
extra?
life.
Okay.
You don't get amped up when that's your life. It's like saying you get amped up to get in the car. I'm going to do that anyway to come to work. That's my life.
Coach Rylan Scholes from Ralphie Report.
Yes, sir.
So you were 4-2 at the same point last season,
Yes, sir.
4-2 again. How much of a difference do you see in the group last year and the group this year?
Well, let's start with the coaches. The coaching staff is tremendously different. Very talented, truly smart, intelligent, and understands what we have inside this locker room. The young men we have on this team is truly different. I think you could tell that by at least 5 scouts coming to practice every day. So I don't compare yesterday to today, and I would hope that you wouldn't either in your personal life, because this is a whole new day, whole new year, whole new time, whole new thought process, whole new outlook on life. And I don't look at yesterday and compare those two, not whatsoever. But that's a great question. But this is a whole different team, and I'm proud to coach it. I really am.
Hey, Coach, John Treach, 9 News. How resilient is your team?
Our team is truly resilient, but we shouldn't be in that position. I don't like to be in that position that we have to show you that real resilient. We are at home. We should be in that position. We should make the plays that come to us. We should get off the field and make the stops that we know we're capable of making. If all 11 of us do the thing that we're supposed to do and execute the play that's called. But I am so proud of these young men in so many aspects. But then again, I want to hold them accountable in those same aspects, because I want this relatable to life, not just the game. I want them to be able to succeed up under pressure as well as scrutiny in life, not just football. But I love what I saw. I really wanted to get down there and get in model range. I really did, because I know he was going to nail it, and I felt like if we just got it to overtime, if Shador wouldn't have got us down there to win it, we were going to win it because of just who we are and your resilience that you spoke about. We never gave up. That's what I love about him.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham, Associated Press.
Yes, sir.
With every pass that Shador throws, his draft stock rises. I guess, how do you separate the coach and what he's doing from the father and what he's doing?
I think you guys are concerned about that. We've always been what we are. We don't know it no other way. So it's quite easy for me, because I've always been in this position with him. We walk down that sideline as the father. When we come back, I'm the coach. I think everybody knows that. You guys should know that by now. When we make our walk before the game, I'm dad. I'm saying things that a dad would say. When we come back, I'm the coach. I'm saying things that a coach would say. And from then on, I'm his coach.
Morning, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Scott Proctor at the Colorado. You mentioned a little bit about T-Mac, Arizona's star receiver. He went for, I think, 109 yards, touchdown last year. From your perspective, what's the best way to try to slow him down? And obviously, you and Coach Livingston have a penchant for playing man defense. Is that something you
Well, we don't
feel
want to give
comfortable?
away the game plan, but we're going to
Fair
try our
enough.
best. I mean, a lot of people have tried their best, but the kid is phenomenal. He's exceptional. That's why he's one of the best in the country. And as a quarterback, that one of his best friends that's going to find a way to get him that ball. It's kind of like what Shador and Travis does. So it's going to be a task, man. But I'm pretty sure our guys will be up for it. Kid is exceptional, though.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
How you doing?
Doing good. I saw a clip recently. I think you were with Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
And you shared a really personal story about when you were struggling with your mental health.
Right.
I'm just curious why you felt important to share that story.
Well, that was last year, I believe, when we recorded that, but it's still true to today. It's a lot of people, even in this room, that's struggling with success, struggling with failure, struggling with mediocrity, struggling with just being accountable, and no one talks about it, especially men. Women could talk all day about their trials and tribulations, but we want to have this bravado, and we don't know how to disclose things because we're scared that someone's going to say something about it. I'm not. I mean, if God allowed me to go through this stuff and he allowed me to reach a pinnacle of something, he wants me to be honest and transparent with you in every realm, and that's who I am, that's what I am, that's how I am, that's how I get down. So everything you hear me say is 100. I don't falsify nothing. I don't placate nobody. When you asked me about my kid, I told you the truth. Okay, when you asked me about the line last year, I told you the truth. Well, you attacked me for that, but you didn't attack me for the other one. I just wanted that to resonate for a minute. But mental health is serious. Spiritual health is serious, and I wish we had an antidote to both. I rely on Jesus, and I can't tell you what to rely on, but that's my source, that's my strength, that's my doctor.
Hi, Coach. Taylor
How
Sadowski,
you
Sports
doing?
Illustrated. Fantastic. How about you?
Good.
Good, good. Just thinking about like the brotherhood through injury, through like trials and tribulations. How has that been looking like this so far in this year, like with your
That's
team
great.
and whatnot?
I mean, it's good that you recruit like you recruit. It's good that you sign players out of the portal that's already ready. It's good that we have a balance of youngsters that can step up and do the job. That's why we do what we do. It's hard to have a quarterback like you have, and then 3 or 4 guys go down, and you got a field full of freshmen. You got to understand what it looks like to a quarterback. Like, oh Lord, where am I going to throw? Who's going to get open? Who's going to run the right route? Thank God that we have a recruiting department that does a phenomenal job, that goes into the portal and get those guys that are already ready, as well as developing those young guys that may take that role on head on, like a bunch of them practiced today because we gave a break to a lot of our guys that were limping and a little injured. We want them to be 100% come Saturday, not 100% on Tuesday.
Hey, Coach, I'm Jack Harlow with
Jack
Buffalo's
Harlow.
Wire. Another close game for you guys on Saturday.
Yeah.
Had a ton of close games last year. Just overall, how have you seen your players kind of grow and embrace some of those close minutes, like some
Well,
score game late?
Like last year, I stated this early on in the season. Once upon a time, it was just hope. Like, man, we hope we can stay in this game. We hope we can do this. Now it's expectation. Like, we really expect to win those games. That stuff hurts, man. It hurts, and because we expect to win. We don't expect to compete. We expect to win. So, in all aspects of life, on as well as off the field, I want our young man to expect to be successful. And that's where we are right now. Thank God. We have a bunch of like-minded men, as well as coaches, as well as support staff, that expect to be successful. That's why it hurts so bad. You quit reminding me of that, all right? Let me move on to Arizona, please. We good? Anybody else? So we got one more?
Want to do one more? One more.
Hey, Coach. Harrison Simeon, Skill Buff Sports. Michael Welch saw the field a bit on Saturday.
Yeah.
Didn't log a touch. Do you expect him to be added back to the fold going forward?
I think he played. You got to understand he had a hamstring injury now that he was nursing, that he was trying to come back on. He didn't practice every day last week. So, you kind of bring them back slowly. 2-3 may get the nod this week. Everyone else has started but him, so he may be that back this week that gets the opportunity to do his thing. So we kind of, it's not nothing that they didn't do well. It's just rotation, seeing who clicked with what. And the kid can play ball. All our backs are good, man. Charlie's good. Charlie ain't done nothing wrong. We just trying new things to see what fit. But thing about it, we gotta create holes so they can hit. We got to do that. And I'm pretty sure our linemen are going to take on that challenge tremendously. They had a great practice today, and I expected them to reap the benefits of those practices and with consistency. We good, everybody? Thank you. God bless you.